Drilling, one of the most critical aspects of military life. Since the earliest of times, it has been the backbone of discipline so vital to the military. Not only does it prepare soldiers for the physical challenges of the battlefield, it teaches them the value of teamwork and discipline. This is the Marine Corps Silent Drill Platoon, a crack unit of 25 men who have raised this basic military tradition to an art form. Since 1947, the Silent Drill Platoon has earned a wide acclaim and reputation for being the tightest military drill unit in existence today. The drill which they perform is a series of intricate movements carried out to a strict military cadence, set only by the sharp sounds of marching feet, interspersed by the crack of hands hitting rifle butts. Remarkably, they work in silence.
We have what they call counts. It's pretty much like synchronized swimming, where everyone does the same thing by phasing. Phasing is you do everything as a team together.
24 people should make one noise, and if there's a ripple there, then that's what I'm talking about. I mean, it has to be all perfect, and the crowd can notice that too. When we do our show perfect, I can definitely tell. I mean, there's just something. I mean, you can't explain it, but you can tell.
They practice the drill so many times over and over again, it becomes muscle memory. And you can tell a lot of times when the Marines are not thinking and their heads are not in the game, some Marines look off. And when we get the whole platoon and everybody's thinking drill, and it just comes together as a whole.
These Marines obviously have their heads in the game and understand the purpose of drill. Assigned to Marine Barracks, Washington, D.C., the Silent Drill Platoon represents the best of the best in the United States Armed Services when it comes to the discipline of close-order drill. The drill team first performed here in 1948 as a one-time only event. It received such a tremendous ovation, it soon became part of the regular parade routine. These parades were primarily scheduled for the training of the barracks Marines and the enjoyment of their friends and family. But in 1957, the parades were opened to the public. 3,000 people showed up, and they have done so regularly ever since.
I first saw this barracks in the drill platoon. I was probably 8 or 9 years old. My dad was a young Marine here 30 years ago. He marched on this very parade deck. He brought me up here as a kid to watch the parades about once a summer. When it came time for what we call a B billet or a shore tour, I looked around at some of the options, and I thought back to seeing these parades as a kid and thought, hey, that would be something I'd like to be a part of. That's pretty special. I mean, we represent the Marine Corps to the American people, and we basically sell the Marine Corps story.
The evening parade has become a unique patriotic tradition, attracting tourists, U.S. officials, and dignitaries from around the world. President Carter was so taken with the drill team that he requested a special performance at Camp David during the Middle East Peace Summit. He later wrote that they had made our country proud.
First time I seen the Silent Drill team perform was when I was in the School of Infantry. From that moment on, I saw the platoon and I've heard about them. Didn't know too much about it, but I've seen them. And I was completely amazed at how they did this, how they did their drill without verbal commands. I finally got screened to come to the barracks. And once I got to the barracks, that's the only thing I wanted to do at the barracks was be part of the drill team.
Before these Marines can step out on the field, they must have attained body discipline, perfected their timing and mastered complicated footwork. Not to mention learning the drill.
When I first learned how to throw the rifle around, I dropped the rifle, caught a few rifles in the head, back of the head, but that all goes with the job.
Everybody thought that it would be easier than is expected. I mean, people sit in the audience, or other Marines will sit out in the audience and say, dang, I think I could do that. But when it comes right down to it, I mean, thinking that you can spin a rifle, even I thought, oh, it can't be that hard. But you end up trying to spin it, and there it goes. It flies right out of your hand. So it's tough. It's real rough.
First thing that went through my mind when they gave me the rifle and asked me to spin it, that's exactly what they say. Okay, we know you can spin it, so show us what you can do. I think I broke about 4 stocks in the silent drill school whenever I was doing it. And I thought I was one of the better ones too, but that just goes to show the way they want it and the way it really is. It's totally different.
It takes months of intense drill to really be in tune with the rest of the team. Even then, training's not over. When these men aren't performing, they're practicing. The goal? Perfection.
You have to drop shoot to the front the exact same way.
Forward.
Obedience is a key factor in the success of the drill. There can only be one boss, and to members of this platoon, the word of their instructor is absolute.
Learning to do the drill sequence is just like a major sport. Back in the 1920s, there were certain records that were set for the 40 or 50 meter sprint, and that's been completely blown away in 1990. And it's the same way with the drill sequence. At the beginning, it was very rough, and of course, the Marines that were around back then, they thought it was good. And as time goes on, each 10-year period, you can definitely see some changes.
Forward.
While drills are no longer used on the battlefield, the techniques that make each performance work still form the backbone of military discipline. At one point during World War II, George Patton said, "Individualism does not win in today's Army. It's teamwork that wins." The same holds true for these men.
Working together and constantly drilling, and they're sweating and they're feeling the pain that you're feeling, or they're feeling the pride or the joy that you're feeling from the drill or what have you. I know they always stress the fact about teamwork and the drill team always being a team concept, and that's exactly what we have.
Now we're going to go give them heart like they did back in 1950-something, you understand? Those guys fall all the way to the ocean. Least we can do is reach down, grab a hold, give it a little heart, 1, 2 butts. Hey, this is what being a Marine is all about.
As with any team, their coach reminds them of their past successes. He energizes them, helping them to dig down for that extra energy to perform one more time perfectly. The routines are patterned on actual drill procedures used by the military to train soldiers for battle. Every year, the rifle inspector designs a new and ever more difficult routine based on those performed in the past. One of the most powerful and dangerous elements of the drill is the meat grinder. 10.5-pound rifles with fixed bayonets spin within inches of each Marine's face.
First time I stood inside the meat grinder was a pretty scary feeling. The thought of these bayonets spinning in front of my face was a very scary feeling, very not knowing what's going to happen next. But it moves so quickly, and the next thing you know, it's done.
At the close of each performance, the rifle inspector appears. He chooses one Marine at random and stops to inspect his weapon.
The rifle inspection can be termed one-upmanship. The first Marine that I stop at, he spins the rifle, then he hits it around, and And then he throws it to me basically with the attitude of, that's what I can do, what do you got? And so then I have to show him up. His inspection routine can be over in about 30 to 35 seconds, and I've got a full 2.5 minutes with the rifle. And that's when I show that Marine what I've got. And the final throw, that first Marine, shows the crowd the kind of control that I have over that rifle. My facial expression alone can tense up one of the Marines that I'm spinning with. It can send him, he can get nervous, because they are nervous, a few of them, performing with me and spinning with me. And I have to be careful, because my back is to the crowd, I have a little bit more leeway with my facial expressions. And if they do something a little bit off, or that they know that I'm going to chew their butt for later on, it's important for me to remember not to do anything that might stress them out during the show.
This 10-minute exhibition is performed over 200 times a year, throughout the country and in a large part of the world.
The best part of being a member of this unit is to know that you have a direct impact on the Marine Corps as a whole. No matter where we go, most of the people that watch us, we may be the only Marines they see that year or that decade, person to person, man to man. So it's something special to know that, you know, you are actually able to have that much of an impact on people, and to be the Marine Corps' best advertisement, to sell the Marine Corps story, to let them know what type of individuals we are.
Great sense of reward to be a part of this silent drill team. It's very self-rewarding. Job satisfaction is very high. Worked very hard. Oftentimes could even be painful to some, and it's just worth getting out and doing it.
For each member of the platoon and for the spectators, this ceremonial drill is bound to the past. A past not only connected to the Marines, but to all soldiers who have marched and drilled on a parade ground or on the battlefields of history.